Our lives and our art are one and the same struggle, and to continue to accept or debate the white standards of evaluation nurtured by racial oppression is to commit a kind of literary suicide. Write boldly, write the stories that comes from your spirit, and stay steady and grounded in what the purpose of Black art was in its founding.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Ashe. Wow. I told y'all there's some magic happening theatrical-wise out here today.
I'm here with Ron Simons, the host with the most. So tell me what's going on tonight.
Well, tonight I'm really excited because it's the second preview of Black theater that happens here in New York. We did this last season, and now this is the winter season, and we're going to preview some of the most exciting plays that are happening in New York that involve Black artists and Black artistry. Everything from, and every theater, from the Public to MTC to Playwrights Horizons to you name it. There's so many folks here and so much talent to be in the same place at the same time is really a gift for me.
And these are the women in charge tonight. Tell me who you are.
I'm Marcia Pendleton, founder and president of Walk Tall Girl Productions.
Oh, wow, okay.
My name is Chichi Nyau, and I spearhead a group on Facebook called the NYC Black Theater Network.
Cool. Tell us everything about what's going on tonight.
Well, Patrick called it Black Theater Palooza. Which is really what it is. We have come together to celebrate Black theater taking place here in New York. There's an unprecedented number of Black playwrights being produced in Black theater institutions, in predominantly white institutions, in festivals. So we wanted to celebrate that. And off-Broadway and both on Broadway, we're represented by Academy Award winners and also Tony winners and also Pulitzer Prize winners and new voices in the theater who are really making a lot of noise in a really good way. And it's just very exciting to see that young people are really embracing the stories that are being told. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. We have Good Friday at the Flea Theater. We have White Noise that's going to be at the Public Theater. We also have Colored Water, which is going to be at the Public Theater as well. We have Ain't Too Proud.
Ain't Too Proud.
Yeah, Legend Time Ain't Too Proud on Broadway. We have Choir Boy. So we have a handful of Broadway and off-Broadway shows that represent tonight.
I'm here with the cast of Good Friday. How are you doing? You guys are so lovely. And tell me what this play is about.
Oh, it is a fierce feminist debate that takes place on a college campus, and it's interrupted by a ricochet of bullets, as they would say.
Oh. Is it violent?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, my name is Jessica Francis Dukes, and I am doing By the Way, Meet Vera Stark at the Signature Theater by Lynn Nottage, two-time Pulitzer Prize winner. We're so excited. It's going to be a fabulous show.
I'm here with Jordan E. Cooper. How you doing?
How you doing?
And tell me about your play.
So my play is called Ain't No Mo, and it's basically about if all Black people in America got an email saying they had to go back to Africa, and you watch this flight as everybody decides to go back, and nobody's left in the country.
That sounds interesting.
At African American Airlines, we are a dedicated observer of equal oppression, no matter what color your eyes are. Now, our captain for today's flight, for those of you who are not already familiar, will be former President Barack Hussein Obama. Yes, bitch, we found him.
There's so much diversity on Broadway. How do you feel about being in the mix at this time?
It's an honor. It's an honor. I feel like the Bible said, that which is last will one day be first. And I think what we're seeing is Black folks being number one. Yeah.
So tell me about your play.
My play is a solo show. It's called The Maturation of an Inconvenient Negro, or I Negro. And it's basically, it's a part of a trilogy triptych of solo shows that follow one character. And he's basically a performer that transforms into a poet, and is in this first one, he's really trying to find his voice and his purpose.
I want to write something so black that everyone that hears it automatically gets diabetes. I want to write something so black that Michelle Obama feels the need to give it a hug. I want to write something so black that it claps on the 2s and 4s. I want to write something so black that the intermission is catered by a bunch of old black women from an AME church in Brooklyn. Hey!
Hey, what made you come up with the idea?
I was a performer, and this was the very first solo that I ever wrote.
Hi, I'm here with Charlie Yvonne Simpson. How are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you? And your play Behind the Sheet. Tell me about that play.
Behind the Sheet is a fictional portrayal of a doctor by the name of Dr. J. Marion Sims, who's considered the father of American gynecology. He's the person that invented the speculum, and he figured out a way to cure fistulas, which is a pregnancy-related complication that many women get. But he did all of this by experimenting on enslaved black women in the 1840s.
So what was the inspiration to write the play?
The inspiration behind the play was I was a big fan of this actor named Nate Parker. I really loved him in regards to he was willing to not take a role that he felt like disrespected his people. And I was excited about his movie Birth of a Nation, the Nat Turner story that was coming out. And as it began getting closer to the release date, information was released that while he was in college, he had raped a young woman. And so I remember her brother coming out and saying that she had killed herself 5 years earlier. She was still dealing with the effects of that incident. And so I just started thinking about like the film, Nate and that young woman, and all those feelings that I felt about that, as well as like people saying whether or not we should or should not support the film, and wrote that into a play.
Oh, wow. That's heavy.
Actually, yes. As a matter of fact, I'm producing a new play that opens up on March 21st called Ain't Too Proud, The Life of Times of the Temptations. You ain't ready.
Are we going to be there? We're going to be there.
You need to be there. That's all I'm saying, because it's going to be all that, okay? There's another play called Turn Me Loose. It's about Dick Gregory starring Joe Morton. We did that off-Broadway, and Joe Morton is a revelation in this piece, and it's compelling, it's funny, it's tragic, it's inspiring, and it really celebrates the life of one of our unsung heroes, Dick Gregory, who, as you may know, left the very prosperous career as a comic to become a civil rights activist.
There are a lot of people on stage in many different projects, from Harry Potter to Choir Boy to The Lion King. So there's a lot happening on stage, but behind the scenes there is not. We don't have enough black producers. There are only 2 African American playwrights represented on Broadway this season who write directly about the work, and designers. So we need that kind of presence.
What do you think about diversity in Broadway?
You know what? Diversity, period. And that's across stage and film and TV. Right now, Broadway is coming through. I mean, we are being able to tell our own stories, especially in film and TV as well. But it's important that as much as you want to be in front of the camera, that you also want to be behind the camera.
So it's just a good time. It's a great place. It's a great time, as it always, to be black and to be in the theater and to be telling stories.
Well, it's fabulous to meet you, and I can't wait to go to all these plays. Follow me on Instagram at @IamDonnaBriggs_ or Twitter, DonnaBriggs10. And remember, make every day a great day.